Okay, so using the cell phone is an essential part to our lives. It's a really useful tool, and driving is an essential way of getting to our destinations in nowadays. But unfortunately, mixing them is a lethal combination. So the purpose of this speech is to persuade you to not use your cell phone while you are driving or text while you are driving, because this is a real danger. And what I will cover over this speech is facts that involve texting and driving and the dangers that it also brings to us. So what we can see in here is a girl that is texting and driving, but trust me, she looks happy, but this won't last for long if she has an accident. Well, I will tell you some of the numbers that involve this that are involved with this action. 77% of the people who do this, they actually feel safe while doing it, and the 55% say that it is easy to do. So imagine being in the streets with a lot of people driving while they are texting, and they think that it's actually safe. It's actually pretty dangerous for everyone. From those percentages, at 10%, the teens that are actually texting and driving, they spend 10% of their time out of their lanes, and that makes heavy traffic, and it also can involve can lead to a crash. What not everyone tells you is that actually from the ages ranging from 18 to 20, 13% of the crashes that happened recently, 13% of them were related to texting and driving. And the issue here is that 54% of teens say that they have already done that action, and it's really irresponsible of us to be committing this act, because I also admit that I've done it myself. But after reading all these numbers, I realized that it's actually a pretty dangerous thing. And I also heard an experience from someone. I will tell you a little bit about this. There was this girl that just graduated from college, and she was going to her house with her parents to celebrate. And she was turning. Her dad was driving, and they were behind a person who was texting and driving, and he wasn't paying attention. And when he made a left turn in a red light in a busy intersection. So what happened was that the two drivers that were going to crash into him, they tried to avoid him, and when they went when they avoided him, they ended up crashing into the car of the girl that was in college. And in that accident, both of her parents died, and she spent the next 4 months in the hospital in a coma. And when she waked up, she couldn't speak or walk, and she spent a lot of her years trying to rehabilitate herself, and that is the consequences of the actions that we do. So let me just tell you what happened, how risky it is to do some of the actions that we do normally. If you talk or listen to a call in the cell phone, you increase the risk of crashing by 1.4 times. And if you compose a text message, that is the most risky way of using your cell phone while driving, you increase the risk of crashing by 23 times. So please don't text while you are driving. And to conclude, I will just leave the decision to you guys, but you should also think about the lives that are surrounding yourself, not only yours, because you put in risk a lot of other lives. Thank you.
Very good.